If you're a guy in your 20s and you don't have a Lamborghini, you should actually sit down and have like a serious discussion with yourself as to why you don't have a Lambo.
Yep.
Because I realize now that it's so incredibly easy and there's so much money out there, and 200 grand relative to what is out there in circulation and what you can grab, especially now with AI tools that you can leverage like never before, 200 grand is chump change. If you're a guy in your 20s.
If you're a guy in your 20s, please reconsider your life. If you don't have a Lambo yet, like, what are you doing? I don't understand. This guy clearly has one. Just take it. What the motherfucker said 200 grand with respect to all of the dollars that are out there is nothing. Okay, what if you're like, you know, working a job and barely making ends meet? Idiot. Has anyone looked up who this guy's parents are and how much money they gave him to fund his company? He's just a young grifter. He retweets people saying the first thing everyone should do to get rich is drop shipping. Boomers aren't any different. Lamau. I mean, yeah.
25.
Imagine being a boomer that has it so good you think somebody's going to retire by saving $100 a month. Oh my God, no shit.
In banking for 25 years.
Okay, so in finance?
Medical field. Physician, yeah. I've been a family doctor for 42 years.
2023 just started. How can someone start their path to becoming financially free in today's world?
$100 a month at a 4 or 5% return on your money. In 20 years, you'll be a millionaire. I like the old 10-10-80 rule. First
$100 a month with 5% return, brother. That's what is he talking about, dude? What the fuck is he even talking about? First of all, okay, this guy's a banker, which holy fuck, that is scary. Jesus Christ. Okay, $100 a month. Your investment span is 25. Let's say 25 years, right? Is that what he said? Your estimated rate of return is 5%. Okay, there you go. You will have $33,308. Bro, what are you doing? What are you going to buy with that? You can't even buy a Honda Civic with that, motherfucker. Oh, I said 0.5%. Never mind. Sorry. My bad. Wow. I guess you can buy a Honda Civic now in 25 years. Anyway, the funniest part about it is that I used his terms. It's like, yeah, you'll be a millionaire in 25 years. Like, what the fuck? No, you won't. What are you talking about? Wait, how many years?
How can someone start their path to becoming financially free in today's world?
$100 a month at a 4 or 5% return on your money. In 20 years, you'll be a millionaire. I like
that motherfucker's a banker, bro. In 20, and I put 25 years. I didn't even put his terms. I put a better term than he did. I put 25 years with the initial deposit of $1,200. Now we're down to 41,000. And he said 4 to 5 compound frequency annually. Does he mean 45 years? Because even then it doesn't hit. Like, how many years would it take to get $1 million? I think, like, yeah, your investment time span, it maxes out at 50. Okay. Your contribution amount probably needs to be like, yeah, your contribution amount needs to be monthly $1,000. Let's say $500 for 50 years. Like, you barely do that at a 5% estimated rate of return. And for 20 years, like he said, your contribution amount needs to be, holy fuck, at least 2,000, I guess. Nope, not even 2,500. Yep, $2,500 monthly in 20 years with a 5% rate of return. And this is before we like talk about inflation and all the other components like that obviously factor in, like, you know, all of your cost of living. This is like $2,500 that you are contributing every month, which is like most people's actual entirety of their pre-tax earnings. You know what I mean? I mean, he's just bananas. Also, the market crashes every 10 years. Yeah, there's that too.
I like the old 10-10-80 rule. First 10% to God, second 10% to savings.
How can someone become financially free in 2022?
Spend less money. I mean, it's as simple as that. I literally, at the age of 59, for the last 15 or 20 years, have made my own lunch every day, and that'd be worth $1 million. Over the course of a career, at 7% interest, it's $1 million.
So here's the thing, okay? Before we get into like, oh, just have rich parents, lol, okay? One thing that that we're failing to understand is that motherfucker didn't have rich parents, most likely. The reason why these fucking idiots can be this dumb, okay? They can be this dumb about like how hard it is to make money and like retire and have life savings is not because they're scammers. It's not because they're alpha dogs, okay? It's literally because of social safety nets that they took for fucking granted. Oh my God. How do you not understand this? The reason why all of these old out of touch dipshits are able to fucking act like, you know, what? Just don't buy a, jalapeno popper one day of the week. And, don't buy an avocado toast and you'll be fine, brother. Like, the reason why they can say that is because, like, the GI Bill and numerous other ways that the American society was developed in the post-World War II era laid this out for them, okay? All of the social safety nets and all the handouts they got from the government doing its job is the reason why they were able to retire like this. That's it. That's the point. The housing market was genuinely different, okay? The cost of living and upward social mobility was not locked away in this like increasingly expensive endeavor. And it's not like these people look like they're profoundly wealthy now from your point of view because your existence is like awful in comparison to theirs. They weren't even like profoundly rich. You could just be a plumber and like have a house and a car and then a second car. Then you could work at a factory and you were protected by unions. You could work at a factory every day. You could retire. You had a pension. All of these things were basically designed for you. Yeah, you could be a janitor and have a stay-at-home spouse and send kids to college. That's unimaginable now. That's not a thing. And for some weird reason, we just cannot comprehend. Like, everybody talks about the nostalgia of the olden days and whatever, and talk about how great it is. You're not sitting at a desk with 3 monitors examining 4 charts a second while drinking 20-year-old guy's blood, listening to Peter Thiel's audiobook on repeat 16 hours a day. So shut the fuck up, Hasan. You don't know shit about finance. That's why you can't get a mere 10% average. Exactly. That's how shit works. And so many people look to like unique individuals, like some people that have been able to make it. Some people have been able to make it, and they make it because of a multitude of different reasons, but mostly just luck. It's usually never just meritocracy. It's like hard work, but also luck. Okay, luck plays a significant fucking role, but that doesn't mean that's going to be for everybody. Not everyone's going to be a Twitch streamer. Okay, it's just not going to happen. I'm one of those people who's profoundly lucky, straight up, and I tell it to you straight instead of lying to you and being like, oh my god, like, I did it, you can too, just do the Sigma grind set, play the Sigma grind set music and just like work really hard. Yes, working really hard can genuinely improve your circumstances, will usually improve your circumstances. The reality is, like, getting to this level is just pure luck. You work much harder than most people, to be honest. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the reality is, like, I'm putting in 70 hours a week, right? On and off camera, not just directly on camera. Ultimately, okay, there are other people doing that too, and they're not making the amount of money that I'm making in a fucking day. There's so many people, you just don't hear about them. That's the point. There are so many people that work that amount every week and barely make ends meet. Okay, it's not like they're not working harder. They are working hard. It's not like they're not working smart. It doesn't matter. It wasn't luck for the doctor, though. Every component, luck plays a significant role, dude. What are you talking about? It wasn't luck for the doctor. We don't know what kind of family he was born into, but like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't have any control over your spawn point, and your spawn point dictates your future, okay? There is no instance where someone is above luck. I work in tech now and make good money. I work 35 hours a week. I was working like 50 stocking shelves back in the day, and it worked way harder than I do now. Yeah, I think if you're talking about like the amount of work or the kinds of work that you put in, it's significantly more laborious, is significantly worse on your fucking body the lower you go on the totem pole. The lower it is, what we consider to be like low skill work is significantly harder. The service industry is infinitely harder than anything I've ever done. Okay? It's just true. You have to be lucky to even be smart enough to get through med school. I mean, there is also a lot of financial components in your life that have to be correct. Like, your parents have to make sure that they at least like make ends meet for you so you can work on your studies. Being poor is more expensive than being rich. I know this. I've been both. I'm telling you, it's worse. It's harder. It literally weighs on your conscience every day. Okay? It's something that you have to live with every day of your life, or you're thinking about it. You're thinking about bills every day of your life. You're thinking about making ends meet every day of your life. Plays a gigantic role in your existence. Anyway.
Investments, and then you live off 80%, regardless of what you make. It works.
The earlier you start, I mean, you can have a great nest egg by 45. If you're consistent, you'll do fine. And put away more than 10%. Put away 15, 20%.
I was in banking for 20.
Yeah, it's just fucking nuts. I mean, that guy's a doctor and he's an idiot, you know? What the fuck? His brain should be examined. Finance YouTubers, man, they're fucking bananas. This is Sebastian Giorgi, a 24-year-old finance YouTuber with over 800,000 subscribers. I don't know. I just don't know. Like, I don't know where these people are coming from. I don't get it. Maybe it's because of my proximity to not having a lot of money, because a couple years ago I was not there. You know what I mean? Maybe the older I get and the more comfortable I get financially, the less I will like remember that. It's just so fucking stupid. Like, how do you say this? Like, how can you get away with saying shit like this without even like thinking about it? I don't understand it. I don't. The takeaway here should always be that like those old boomers are not like profoundly wealthy, but they seem profoundly wealthy in comparison to where you are now. And the reason for why they are so delusional and think that, you know, you save $100 a month, you put that aside, even though that in and of itself is like so idiotic. Some people don't have $100 to save, you know what I mean, a month. But let's say you do. It's a tiny amount of money for you. Like, that's nothing. You're not retiring on that. At this point, you can't even retire with $1 million. The fuck do you mean? Like, retire on what, 60K? Like, that's psychotic. Anyway.